They call him Jesus. He came to love, heal and forgive. He lived and died to buy my pardon. An empty grave is there to prove my Savior lives. Because He lives, I can face tomorrow. Because He lives, all fear is gone. Because I know who holds the future, and life is worth the living just because He lives.
Let's fix this chair and let's do our Bible tonight. Been a crazy day. Better start off with some juice, some nectar. That's what we need. Now, we are on 22. Alright. If a man shall steal an ox or sheep and kill it or sell it, he shall restore 5 oxen for an ox and 4 sheep for a sheep. If a thief be found breaking up and be smitten that he die, there shall no blood be shed for him. If the sun be risen upon him, there shall be blood shed for him, for he should make full restitution. If he have nothing, then he shall be sold for his thief. If the thief be certainly found in his hand alive, wherein it be ox or ass or sheep, he shall restore double. If a man shall cause a field or vineyard to be eaten, and shall put his beast and shall feed in another man's field of the best of his own field and of the best of his own vineyard, shall he make restitution. If fire break out and catch in thorns, so that the stalks of the corn or the stayed corn or the field be consumed wherewith, he that kindled the fire shall surely make restitution. Alright, let me get that. I'll be right back. Alright, I hate them bullcrap texters. Okay, number 7. If a man shall deliver unto his neighbor money or stuff to keep, and it be stolen out of the man's house, if the thief be found, let him pay double. If the thief be found not, then the master of the house shall be brought unto the judge to see whether he have put his hand unto his neighbor's goods. For all manner of trespass, wherewith it be ox or ass or sheep or raiment, or any manner of lost things, which another challenged to be his, this cause of both the parties shall come before the judge, and whom the judge shall condemn. He shall pay double unto his neighbor. Not nowadays. You pay a lifetime. If a man deliver into his neighbor an ass or an ox or sheep or any beast to keep it, and it die, or it be hurt or driven away, no man seeth it, then shall an oath of the Lord be between them both, that he had not put his hand unto his neighbor's good, and the owner of it shall accept thereof, and he shall not make it good. And if a man be stolen from him, and if it be stolen from him, he shall make restitution unto the owner thereof. If it be torn in pieces, let him bring it for a witness, and he shall not make good that which was torn. Boy, if we did that now, it would most definitely stink before we get even in the courtroom. Ugh. If a man borrow aught of his neighbor, and it be hurt or die, the owner thereof being not with it, he shall surely make it good. But if the owner thereof be with it, he shall not make it good. If it be a hired thing, it come for his hire. And if a man enters a maid, and that is not betrothed, and lie with her, he shall surely endow her to be his wife. So if a man talks to a woman and say, hey, come lie with me, come on, sweetie, then they need to marry. They need to be, and I'm not talking about this government marriage. I think he needs to take care of her. Be a husband to her. If her father ever refuse to give her over to him, he shall pay money according to the diary of virgins. Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. Okay? There's a lot of people that God's saying, hey, they got to go. If you're a witch, you need to die. Plain and simple. Whosoever lieth with the beast shall surely be put to death. I 100% agree with that. There's a lot of people in that neighborhood. He that sacrificed unto any god, save unto the Lord only, he shall be utterly destroyed. I agree with that. Thou shalt never vex a stranger, nor oppress him. For ye were strangers in the land of Egypt. You shall not afflict any widow or the fatherless children. Now, this right here, I know you guys are probably going to get mad at me, but look up the Catholic Church. They take away from the widow. I know I've heard of all kinds of widows, all kinds of people that the Catholic Church made them put their property in their name when they die. You know, they willed it to the church, to the pagan church. I'm telling you, it's a pagan church. It says, come out of her, my people. And I'm telling you, the Catholic Church is not what you think. It really ain't. Now think about this. The Romans crucified Christ. Think about the Roman Catholic Church. So who crucified Christ? The Roman Catholic Church. And most people are in the Catholic Church. If you don't believe me, look, I know you got the internet because you're watching me on the internet. So I know you can look it up. All right, 23. If thou afflict them in any wise, and they cry at all unto me, I will surely hear their cry. And my wrath shall wax hot, and I will kill you with the sword. And your wives shall be widows, and your children fatherless. If thou lend money to any of my people that is poor by thee, thou shalt not be to him as a usurer. Neither shalt thou lay upon him usury. In other words, God says pretty well much, don't use usury. Boy, we have that a lot. That's like if the house is worth $100 today, then they want $400. That is usury. And taxes. Taxes is usury. Let's just write down theft. If thou at all take thy neighbor's raiment to pledge, thou shalt deliver it unto him by the sun goeth down. For that is his covering only. It is his raiment for his skin. Therefore shall he sleep, And it shall come to pass when he crieth unto me that I will hear, I am gracious. Thou shalt not revel the God, nor curse the ruler of thy people. Thou shalt not delay to offer the first of thy ripe fruit and of thy liquors. The firstborn of thy sons shalt thou give unto me. Likewise shalt thou do with thine oxen and with thy sheep. 7 days shall it be with his dam. On the 8th day thou shalt give it me. And ye shall be holy men unto me. Neither shall ye eat any flesh that is torn of beast in the field. You shall cast it to the dogs. So, if you see a beast that's been tore up by another one, don't eat it. Go ahead and let the dogs have it. 23. Thou shalt not rise a false report. Don't lie. Put not thy hand with the wicked to be an unrighteousness wickedness. We have plenty of that. We have plenty of that. Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil, neither shalt thou speak in a cause to decline after many to wrestle judgment. Neither shalt thou continue a poor man in his cause. If thou met mine enemy, ox or ass going astray, thou shalt surely bring it back to him. If thou see the ass of him that hateth thee lieth under his burden, and wouldest forbear to help him, thou shalt surely help him. Now look, if somebody you don't like's animals out, or kid, whatever, it don't matter what it is. If you see that person needing help, you need to help them. Whenever I was growing up, this girl named Monetta, she always spit on me. I was abused by this girl. Well, we grew up. I went back to West Virginia for a visit, and for some reason I had to go to the welfare office. So I went to the welfare office, and she was there and telling me about how her husband was beating her and everything, her and the kids. She had the kids, and I knew where a home was for, people like that. Well, instead of kicking her while she was down, I said, come on, I'm going to take you there. And I took Monetta there. I helped her, because that's the right thing to do. All right, number 6. Thou shalt not rise the judgment of the poor in his cause. Keep thee far from a false matter, and the innocent and the righteous slay thou not. For I will not justify the wicked. In other words, what's going on in the White House now, what are they doing there? And thou shalt take no gift, for the gift blindeth the wise, and prevaileth the words of the righteous. In other words, if you take a gift for doing something wrong, look, I'll tell you what, I'm going to give you a gift if you would go over there and sign that paper and say it's okay to take away people's guns. Take away free speech. You take away free speech, you're taking away your right to read the Bible or hear the Bible over the internet or anything. The only thing you're going to be able to get on the internet or anything is this porn. All this porn you've been getting. Look at that little kid that's 8 years old. Queen Queer. Yeah, you heard me right. Alright. 8. And thou shalt take no gift, for the gift blindeth the wise, and prevaileth the words of the righteous. In other words, it takes the righteous away. Also, thou shalt not oppress a stranger, for ye know the heart of a stranger, seeing you were strangers in the land of Egypt. In 6 years thou shalt sow thy land, and thou shalt gather in the fruits thereof. But the 7th year thou shalt let it rest and lie still, that the poor of the people may eat, that they may live. The best of the field shall eat. In like manner thou shalt deal with thy vineyard and with thy olive yard. 6 days shalt thou do thy work. On the 7th day shalt thou rest, and thine oxen and thine ass rest, and the sons of thy handmaid, and the stranger shall be refreshed. And in all things I have said unto thee, be circumspect, and make no mention of the name of other gods, neither let it be heard out of thy mouth. In other words, he's saying, don't talk about these false gods and all. And in 7 days of 7 years. So every 6 days you work. The 7th day is rest. 7 years work. 6 years work your garden. Work your garden all you can. On the 7th year, just let it go. Let people come and eat off of it. You got to eat off of it. You go eat off of it too. But leave it. You know, you got stuff saved up because God will bless you that you get plenty to do you for that year. All right. 14. 3 times thou shalt keep a feast unto me in a year. Thou shalt keep feast of unleavened bread. Thou shalt eat unleavened bread 7 days, as I commanded thee, in the time appointed of the month Abib. For in it thou comest out from Egypt, and none shall appear before me empty. And the feast of the harvest of the firstfruits of thy labor, which thou hast sown in the field, and the feast of increase, which is in the end of the year, when thou hast gathered in thy labor out of the field. 3 times in a year all thy males shall appear before the Lord. Thou shalt not offer the blood of my sacrifice with leavened bread, neither shall the fat of my sacrifice remain until morning. The first of the first fruits of thy land thou shalt bring into the house of the Lord thy God. Thou shalt not seethe a kid in its mother's milk. In other words, if you kill a calf, don't sod the milk with the meat. Okay, that's the way I see it. It may not be that way, but that's the way I see it. Behold, 20. Okay, this is 20. Behold, I send an angel before thee, to keep thee in the way, and to bring thee into the place which I have prepared. Beware of him, and obey his voice. Provoke him not, for he will not pardon your transgressions, for my name is in him. But if thou wilt indeed obey his voice, and do all that I speak, then I will be an enemy unto thine enemies, and an adversary unto thy adversary. For my angel shall go before thee, and bring thee into the Amorites, and the Hittites, and the Perizzites, and the Canaanites, and the Hittites, and the Jebusites, and I will cut them off. Thou shalt not bow down to their gods, nor serve them, nor do after their work, but thou shalt utterly overthrow them, and quite break down their images. And ye shall serve the Lord your God, and he shall bless thy bread and thy water, and I will make sickness away from the midst of thee. Right now, everybody needs to pray over their food, because there's so much GMOs in there now. 26. There shall nothing be cast their young, nor be burdened in thy land. Number of thy days I will fulfill, and I will send my fear before thee, and I will destroy all the people of whom thou shalt come, and I will make all thy enemies turn their backs unto thee. And I will send hornets before thee, which shall drive out the Hittites, the Canaanites, the Havitites from before thee. And I will not drive them out from before thee in 1 year, lest the land become desolate, and the beasts of the field multiply against thee. By little and little I will drive them out from before thee, until thou be increased, and inherit the land. I will set thy bounds from the Red Sea even unto the sea of the Philistines, and from the desert unto the river. For I will deliver the inhabitation of the land to your hand, and thou shalt drive them out before thee, that thou make no covenant with them, nor with their gods. They shall not dwell in thy land, lest they make thee sin against me. For if thou serve their God, it will surely be a snare unto thee. So, so let's put it this way. If you don't follow what the real God is and all, then if you don't read your word, figure out really exactly what he wants and all, then anything that you do is going to become a snare. Because your lifestyle is the way you serve. Okay? So, I say that if somebody brought a Ouija board in my house, believe you me, that thing's going to be going out the door. I don't want no part of it. So I am done with this. So I got 22 and 23 tonight. Tomorrow we'll be doing 24. And I will see you later. Love you guys. A lot of hugs and kisses. This is how to donate to my PayPal. You come down here to Poor Man's Sewing, and you mash on Poor Man's Sewing. Then you go over here to About. You mash on About. And right here is to donate to Poor Man's Sewing.